everything that makes this product great has absolutely nothing to do with the argan oil, but everything to do with the silicones. Hi everyone, I'm Elise, and today we're making the iconic MoroccanOil treatment. For those of you unfamiliar, this is an argan oil inspired hair serum that leaves your hair soft, shiny, more manageable, but crucially not greasy. I'll also show you how to make an actual argan oil treatment, but we'll get to that. So our first ingredient is silicone-based. Forgive me for that pronunciation. This is a lightweight silicone that instantly makes your hair soft and shiny without leaving it either greasy or weighed down. So when you rub a product like this into your hair, it's not actually absorbing. In fact, half of it is evaporating. And that's what makes Serum so amazing, because you can seemingly get all of the benefits of oils without any of the drawbacks. Our second ingredient is another silicone, dimethicone. Dimethicone has more of an oil-like consistency and creates a barrier on the surface of your hair. This is why you tend to find it in more products that focus on protection. And lastly, to round off our trio of silicones, we have cyclomethicone. This is another one of those evaporating silicones, again giving the illusion of moisture without actually doing very much. We've also got butylphenyl methylpropanol. That's a controversial fragrance compound, although it is still used in a lot of cosmetics. And for our fifth ingredient, we have argan oil. It's great to see it's finally making an appearance. Although, considering how far it is on the ingredients list, I wouldn't be surprised if this contained less than 10% actual argan oil. So for anyone who's still a little bit confused, the MoroccanOil treatment, despite its name, is a serum and not an oil. Serums are silicone-based emollients, and that's why they're able to do amazing things like provide heat protection, anti-frizz, be weightless and non-greasy but still prolong your styles, reduce split ends, do pretty much everything but moisturize your hair. We've also got linseed extract, which is great, as well as perfume or fragrance. Fun fact, most silicones are actually colorless, so you might be wondering how we end up with such a rich golden yellow color. Well, your diet. And to finish off, we have a few more fragrance ingredients. So I'm going to show you how to make the MoroccanOil treatment using the same ingredients, as well as showing you a silicone-free alternative so that you can see the difference of when you use natural ingredients. The base of the MoroccanOil treatment is a trio of silicones. In a container, pour the cyclopentyl. This is a lightweight silicone that's a carrier for the other ingredients whilst adding shine and softness to your hair. To that, we're adding the dimethicone, which has a thicker, heavier consistency. This will coat your hair strands, leaving a protective barrier against frizz and humidity. It also adds much needed slip to the serum, helping it work through your hair effortlessly. Most of the benefits of serum products come from relying on silicones, so even though they're far from natural, they can be useful in certain products. I'll make a dedicated video on showing you how to use silicones to make your own DIY hair products, but in the meantime, I've outlined some of the positives and negative effects that they can have on your hair, which you can read by clicking the eye icon above. Next, we'll need cyclomethicone. Again, another silicone that's lightweight but imparts shine and sleekness, reducing the appearance of frizz, flyaways and split ends. I'm skipping the butylphenyl methylpropanol because who needs unnecessary irritation? For the argan oil, even this small amount is likely far more than what's actually in the MoroccanOil treatment, but I couldn't resist adding in a little more. After adding in the argan oil, you'll need to mix thoroughly, but the serum will still have a cloudy appearance compared to the clear Moroccan oil. For all the measurements and more information on the recipe, click the eye icon above or visit WholeElise.com. I didn't see a dedicated antioxidant in the MoroccanOil ingredients list, probably because there's barely any oil in it to begin with. But seeing as we're adding considerably more argan oil, I'm adding vitamin E oil to prevent against oxidation. I'm also pretty sure that there's more going on with the fragrance than just essential oils, so I'm using a fragrance oil to get a more complex hair serum scent, but you can just use a mix of essential oils for a more natural option. Give your hair serum a final mix to ensure that everything is incorporated. And then pour it in your almost identical but not quite in a side-by-side comparison amber bottle. So putting aside the difference in colour and consistency, our DIY hair serum feels remarkably similar to the MoroccanOil treatment and feels absolutely amazing on your hair. It smooths hairs, leaves it glossy, soft and shiny, and as you would expect from any silicone-heavy formula, it doesn't weigh your hair down. Serums like this are great as sealants or finishing products for when you want to add a little bit more shine or luster to your hair, but they're not a replacement for oils and moisturizers because they only add surface level benefits. So if you're worried about build-up, you want to actually improve the health of your hair, or maybe you just prefer to use natural ingredients, then a lightweight oil like this one is a great option. And I just so happen to have an amazing recipe for you to try. If you'd rather skip the silicones, to make a lightweight hair oil, start by measuring out argan oil. That's right, in this recipe it's the main course rather than a side dish. Next, marula oil. This is such an incredibly light and non-greasy oil that it actually has the nickname dry oil. Camelina oil, again another standout oil that leaves your hair nourished but not weighed down. And lastly, squalane, an amazing emollient that replenishes dry hair and protects against breakage. As always, to know the unique benefits of each ingredient as well as how they work in this hair oil, click the eye icon above for the full recipe or visit WholeElise.com. Just a visual side-by-side comparison of the ingredients for a MoroccanOil treatment versus that of a natural hair oil shows you the difference between stylish serums and conditioning oils. That's not to say that hair serums don't have their benefits, but clarity around marketing really helps to make sure that everyone knows exactly what they're buying and how to use it. Like before, combine the argan oil, marula oil, camelina oil, and squalane in a container. Another added bonus of using real oils is that you don't need to dye them. This colour is 100% authentic. You'll also need to add an antioxidant. I'm using vitamin E oil. And fragrance is optional, but I would recommend adding at least a little as the camelina oil has a strong earthy scent. You'll only need to use a small amount of this hair oil at a time, so I'd recommend a pipette or pump bottle for easy application. A little goes a long way. Rub a few drops between the palm of your hand and then apply to your hair, working your way up from the ends and avoiding your scalp if you don't want your hair to be weighed down. I actually think you can build a healthy hair routine while still incorporating some silicone products. They're especially great for if you wear your hair in a blown out or stretched style. So do check out WholeElise.com where you'll find information on these products, the ingredients, as well as more hair and skincare tutorials.